Hello and welcome to Low Budget Gaming and welcome to the Steam Winter Sale 2024, our last big sale of the year. And we've got some great deals this time. It's actually a good sale. So in this first video, I have games that are at least 90% off. And there are some amazing games in here that I think you should consider first before looking into other stuff. So first we begin with Mass Effect Legendary Edition. EA has been dropping the price on this regularly. 92% off for this one. Entire trilogy, all the extras, all the content, everything remastered, and these are good games to begin with. So they are 92% off, 239 in India, just under $5 at 479, 4 in the UK, 639 in Canada. Next we have Assassin's Creed Origins. So this is the game where this kind of switched over from the open world action stuff into more of an open world RPG, and this was a good game overall. Very positive reviews here. The base version of the game is 90% off at $6, 300 in India, 5 in the UK. We also have 90% off on the deluxe edition and the gold edition. A little more pricey, but all of them are 90% off still. Next, we have one of my favorite games. This is State of Decay 2 Juggernaut edition. So if you like base building, zombie, open world type games, this is an amazing game. I really love this one. Played a bit, streamed it last year as well. And this is now on its lowest price ever. I have only previously seen it at like 80% off, 75 I think. So 90% off, $3, 109 in India, 249 in the UK, 4 in Canada, 3 in the Eurozone. Now, there is a third one coming out, and perhaps the price drop could be an indication that we might get some information about the new one soon. So yeah, if you haven't tried this, definitely recommend that you try this out. Next, we have Titanfall 2, perhaps the best FPS campaign in any game, in my opinion. Again, this spawned the whole Apex Legends game set in the same universe. And yeah, I played this one and Apex quite a lot, overwhelmingly positive. The campaign isn't particularly long, and I don't know what the state of the multiplayer is these days, but the campaign itself, the story is fantastic. 90% off, 149 only, $3, 249 in the UK, 4 in Canada, 3 in the Eurozone. Next is Grim Dawn. If I was to pick an ARPG to recommend, I think this would be the first one I would recommend. A little older now, from 2016. But if you are a fan of the old Diablo games or stuff like that, Path of Exile, then this is the best one to try. And this is also on a 90% sale, new highest discount. So this is 110 rupees only, $249, £2 and 9 pence, 325 in Canada, 249 in the Eurozone. Now there is a definitive bundle, which is quite expensive, so I would not recommend that one. But try out the base game, and then you can pick up some of the DLCs. You have Forgotten Gods expansion and Ashes of Malmuth expansion. So these are the two sort of content expansions. The rest of the stuff is just skins and things like that. Crucible is like a PvP mode. But yeah, great game overall and very, very cheap. Next we have Firewatch. So if you like your story-rich narrative walking simulator style games, this is one of the more popular ones, frequently gets recommended, and this is also on a new highest discount of 90% off. 88 rupees only, less than 100 rupees, $2, 167 in the UK, 259 in Canada, 2 in the Eurozone. Next we have Borderlands Game of the Year Edition. This is the enhanced version because the original version isn't sold anymore. I do remember streaming the original version when it got the enhancement treatment. So basically you had the old version and then they enhanced everything, and the difference was noticeable. It was quite impressive. It looks great and it's very cheap again, the first game. So 90% off, 159 only. This is a looter shooter FPS style game. 159, $3, 249 in the UK, 329 in Canada, 3 in the Eurozone. Then we have House Flipper. So an interesting indie game if you like sort of interior designing, renovating old houses, fixing up, selling them. If you like that kind of thing, simulation style, this is one of the more popular ones. There's a sequel out as well, but this first one did very well, and this is also 90% off, $249, 110 in India, £2 and 9 pence, 325 in Canada, 245 in the Eurozone. Next is Tales of Iron. So this is a 2D Souls-like game, and yeah, I played and streamed the whole thing as well. Very fun game, a lot of content here. Another game that did so well that there is a sequel coming out. So basically you are a small rat, prince of a rat kingdom, and then there are these evil frog clans that have invaded your country, and now you have to take revenge and regain your kingdom, reclaim your throne. So 90% off, 129 in India, $249, 219 in the UK, 299 in Canada, 249 in the Eurozone. Also, the narrator of this game is the voice actor for Geralt of Rivia, so that makes it even more. And then we have A Way Out, so a co-op split screen style game from EA. I saw a little bit of it, and it was a straight rip-off, at least from the beginning, from the movie Shawshank Redemption. So that's one of the reasons I never played it, but generally people like it quite a lot. And this is 90% off, $149, 3 in the UK, 3 in the US, $249 in the UK, 4 in Canada, 3 in the Eurozone. Then we have Batman Arkham Origins. So this Batman Arkham trilogy is often on sale. This is like the stepchild nobody cares about. The other games are 80% off. This one, however, is 90%. So this is only 56 rupees, $2, 149 in the UK, 2 in Canada, 2 in the Eurozone. Sniper Elite 4. So another fun action game shooter, World War II, shoot Nazis in their balls and brains and stuff like that. So 90% off. $6, 117 in India, 4 in the UK, 664 in Canada, 6 in Eurozone. Lego Batman. So this is the trilogy of the Batman games. I've just selected the first one here, but the sale is on the trilogy, and for some reason in India it's very, very cheap. So it's cheap everywhere. $5 for the whole thing. So you get Batman 2 DC Superheroes, Batman 3 Beyond Gotham, and the Batman game. So 98 rupees only for the trilogy, $5, 3 in the UK, 5 in Canada, 5 in the Eurozone. Then we have the first season of The Walking Dead. Now there is a full remastered version of the entire trilogy, but if you just wanted to experience the first season, because in my opinion the first season is the best, this is very, very cheap at 90% off, only 69 rupees, $149, 127 in the UK, 194 in Canada, 147 in the Eurozone. Battlefield 1. So this is again a little older, but still seems to be doing well. I did play this and I liked the campaign. Did not remember playing the multiplayer that much, but there's still people playing. 13,000 peak for today, and this is 93% off, $279, 174 in India, 244 in the UK, 384 in Canada, 279 in the Eurozone. Next is Prey from 2017. So this is another Arcane made game, Bethesda published game, and again a fantastic FPS game. Some interesting stuff happening. Looks very good in my opinion and holds up graphically. 90% off, 139 in India, $3, 249 in the UK, 4 in Canada, 3 in the Eurozone. Just Cause 2. So again, this is my personal favorite of the Just Cause series. Some people like 3, but I think 2 was better. It's a little older now, but still a vast open world. Lots of things to destroy, vehicles and all that thing. So yeah, it is pretty fun overall. Only 99 rupees, $149, 99 pence, 159 in Canada, 149 in the Eurozone. Freedom Fighters, so another classic game that recently came back to digital stores, and I had fond memories of playing this in the early 2000s. Made by IO Interactive, the people behind the Hitman games, and this is a third-person shooter with some tactical elements, and you are standing up against the Russian or the Soviet invasion of New York and stuff like that. So 90% off. Unfortunately, I don't seem to have the price, but I think this is like $159 in the US, and yeah, other places it's also quite cheap. I don't know why the price isn't updated here. Also available on GOG, by the way, so you could get it there because it's an older game. It might run better with the GOG version. Next we have Dishonored 2. So another Arcane based game. I think they were at their peak with the Dishonored games, and the first one was amazing, and the second one just follows up with this interesting diesel punk world, or whatever they want to call it, steampunk, something punk. And yeah, so this is 90% off, 139, $3, 249 in the UK, 4 in Canada, 3 in the Eurozone. Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. It seems I only mentioned this game during the big Steam or winter sale or summer sale, but again, it's a decent game made by People Can Fly. This is sort of like a remastered, improved version of the game, and yeah, it looks pretty good. If you want a fun FPS game, over the top, brainless, violent type of FPS, just wholesome, violent game, then check this out. 90% off, only 89 rupees, $4, 3 in the UK, 454 in Canada, 369 in the Eurozone. Divinity Original Sin Enhanced Edition. So I thought I'll put in one of these party-based RPGs. Now this is the first Original Sin. The second Original Sin was quite popular from 2017. And then, of course, we have Baldur's Gate 3, which is like a huge game now, but made by the same people, and this is still pretty good if you like these style of games. So 84 rupees only, $4, 3 in the UK, 4.39 in Canada, 4 in the Eurozone. Fury Unleashed, so this is another fast-paced rogue-like 2D shooter type game. I really like the combat in this, and the controls were fantastic with the controller, aiming and things like that. So you are like a hero in a comic book, and you have to go from the top left panel of the comic to the bottom right, finish the chapters, and then you meet the boss at the end of the book, and there are like multiple books, different settings. So yeah, overall very good. I don't know why this is mixed here, because I thought this was fantastic. 88 rupees only, $2, 167 in the UK, 259 in Canada, 195 in the Eurozone. Then we have Vaporum. So this is a steampunk dungeon crawler in like turn-based style, grid-based, that's the word. So you move one step at a time in like a grid and do things. This was something very different for me when I tried it out, and I really liked it. There's a second game as well, but yeah, overall there is this mysterious building type of thing that pops up, and you have to go and explore and find out what happened within this steampunk setting. So this, I believe, also a new low. $199, 167 in the UK, 259 in Canada, 195 in the Eurozone. Next, we have the Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing Final Cut. So this is the entire trilogy, 3 games all in one, combined into one big bundle, or let's say one game. And this is another hack and slash ARPG style game. And yeah, it's a lot of content, and you follow Van Helsing in this one. So 90% off, 180 rupees, 449 in the US, 379 in the UK, 579 in Canada, 449 in the Eurozone. Next we have Gravel. So this is a sort of rally off-road style game with a bit of a TV show type of setting. I can't remember right now, I played it a long time ago. But yeah, you have to like do different events and things like that. And it was surprisingly fun. I liked it. I was one of those first random videos that did very well, got a lot of views for some reason on my channel. 90% off, $2, 149 in India, 159 in the UK, 269 in Canada, 2 in the Eurozone. And then finally, another game that I like quite a lot, Warhammer Vermintide 2. So this is a PvE game where you and your friends can play sort of Left 4 Dead style, up to 4 people, different heroes, different sort of sub-specializations for the heroes, and you take out these Skaven hordes within the Warhammer fantasy setting. They have recently introduced a PvP game mode, which should be quite interesting, and that's probably why it is so cheap. So they are still updating and supporting the game, even though they have a newer game out called Darktide, which is in the Warhammer 40k setting. But yeah, I love these Warhammer Vermintide games. The characters are all very interesting. The voice acting is fantastic. And yes, a lot of fun. And now being a little older, it should run very nicely as well. So $3, 130 in India, 237 in the UK, 389 in Canada, 279 in the Eurozone. So that's a quick look at the 90% off deals on Steam. I'll look into more games and make more lists. Drop your requests below. I'll also try and cover instant gaming and compare the prices, and I'll start dropping the deals in the community tab, so have a look over there. But yeah, thank you for watching. See you in the next one.